gag me, take me to the bunny ranch. People dying, kill me in the packing house. Even you have to win.
How about intense love?
Stu, basically what we're trying to say is get the fuck out of here so we can podcast.
Yeah, quit being so weird, dude.
Whenever you're ready, we are actually rolling.
Okay!
I did it again.
Okay.
Welcome to Bunny Ears. Oh, that looks so bad. On the waveform, I'm Matt Cohen, joined by...
I am Devin Gamble Sawa.
I like it. It's like the best of... If you could take the best of all of them and smash them together.
I'm Chuckles McChucklin.
All right, I'll take it.
That's me.
And we actually have a special guest this week.
Yes.
And in the long tradition of like, okay, here's the thing with podcasts. And I've done... Look, I know podcasts, and this is no podcast, but...
yeah, I was going to say, like, I've served with podcasts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the long tradition of podcasts, like with guests, like your usual instinct is like, grab whoever the biggest celebrity you can is, grab whatever famous person's going around, grab...
But short of that...
No, I don't mean that. Hear me out for a second, right? Hear me out. It's what I like to call stunt casting. It's almost meaningless. Like I have embarrassingly enough done interviews with people I did not give a fuck about, nor did I know the shit they were here to promote. But I got.
Are you gonna name names?
Yeah, it was some chick who was on a Star Trek show. I can't even remember her name. You would probably know it. I'll look it up after.
Oh yeah.
It was like a modern Star Trek show. But regardless,
I know what you're talking about.
That is not what we're about. We're about like interesting, fun people, but also we're about people from our lives. Like everyone we've talked to on this show so far has been someone we have both either have known for a decade or more. Weirdly enough, between
true that.
Kevin
Yeah.
Smith and Seth Green and Brecken and Stu. And while Daniel O'Brien's a newbie in our lives,
Yeah,
we'll give him a pass because he works for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he still warms my loins.
Today is someone that not only it kind of fits in both categories because it's someone the fans, the Warren will be familiar with from film and silver and gold screen. I don't know what's gold screen.
You know.
Why do they call it the silver screen?
Keep talking.
All right, good. I'm going. I'm on a riff. Not only will they be familiar with
Silver
this,
and gold screen.
Well, not only will they be familiar
Titanium
with
screen.
this. Thank you. They'll be familiar with this gentleman's work as an actor and a tour de force comedian. But you know this dude from like middle school,
grade,
right?
This is it's Mr. Eddie Kaye Thomas. Say hello, Eddie Kaye Thomas.
Hi, Eddie Kaye Thomas.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm also just the guy you just ran into a few days ago.
That is right.
Which is
Yeah.
really why I'm here.
We should. This will work. So after you guys were in Vegas with Eddie before we did the Vegas show, right?
Yeah. The Vegas show.
And we didn't know that. Me and Stu went to a friend's birthday party, and
Stu was in Vegas too.
Stu was in Vegas too. Absolutely. We heard him on that
Stu's
episode.
everywhere.
Yeah. No, Stu's are part of our Venn diagram.
Stu's like Carmen Sandiego, but bald, but also still wears the red like cape fedora
I
thing.
love that Stu's here without a microphone.
I know.
He likes to
beautiful.
shout. Stu, shout. Damn it! They can still hear him.
There we go.
He's our Baba Booey, but much more handsome, obviously. I know, but we went to a party and we opened the door, and I'd never met you before, Eddie, and Mac wasn't with us, but Stu, who didn't think he would know anyone at this party, Stu,
holy
you know
crap.
what? Come here, buddy. You tell it.
It's so much
Tell
better when
this
you
gem
tell
of
it.
a story.
I walked
so much
in and
better.
saw Eddie. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Stu.
And here
He
we
has
are.
a way. He
And
has a way.
here we are.
Fucking nailed it.
He makes it count.
See,
That's our origin story.
That's our CFO right there.
But I had no idea. I mean, I'm a fan of your stuff, man. Everyone like. Let's just say it, like American Pie, Harold and Kumar. You're on a show called Scorpion, right?
Yeah.
Like people know you from things, but I didn't know that you knew these two, let alone went to high school.
I met
Was it
this
6th grade or
bunny years.
7th grade?
I started in 6th, but I don't know if
so
you came in.
I went there. I was there in 6th grade. So yeah, 6th grade.
So you can
You were
attest
11.
to.
we weren't really friends for a couple
What was-
years.
What
Yeah.
was the first vibe? So, because Stu said too,
He
when
was tall and lanky.
When Stu first met
The first
Mac,
vibe was in Mr. Ali's class. Was that 6th
yes,
grade?
That was 6th grade. That was our homeroom. Yes.
And I think we were the only dudes, maybe?
pretty much yes. There was like Lauren Gaffney.
She was being Annie at that time.
Yeah, she was pretty Annie at that time. And Taquina.
It was like me, Mac, a harpist, a ballerina,
yep.
and the girl who was touring as Annie wasn't there,
Yep.
and like 3 Asian pianists who
Yeah, that all
wouldn't
happened to
speak
be from
us.
Korea. Yes.
so Stu, when Stu
the good
first
way.
met Mac, Stu says Mac bullied him for a little bit. What was your?
I didn't bully him.
I mean,
no,
it
there was
kinda
a
sounds like
moderate
you did.
hazing.
What was your guys'
worst.
initial? What was your? Because you were older too, I think, at that point, right? You guys met later, so you're a little bit younger. What's your first memories?
I mean, when you have a class of like 7 people,
There was literally 7 people. in
and
our
you're a
class.
bit of an outcast, you're really an outcast. So I wasn't like a total outcast, but I wasn't really hanging out with anyone.
Yeah, but
for
we were
junior high.
2 like hetero dudes in that school, like at that age group. Like it
Right.
wasn't like like we overlapped.
Here's the thing: it took me like a year and a half to go to Hackers.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
I wasn't part of the original Hackers, and I've heard you speak of Hackers too, so you know of Hackers.
Well, no, they have talked about
you
hackers.
just know
It
hackers.
was
hitters, hackers, and hoops.
So for me, Hackers was this magical place that I heard about everyone in school going to. And I didn't really know what it was, but everyone spoke of these plans to go to Hackers. And I just wasn't invited until one day. I think you might have just magically invited me.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember being overwhelmed with basketball cards. And everyone was excited to put on Drakkar. And I was like, I guess what these guys are just wearing cologne and trading basketball
wasn't
cards.
me, but yeah,
no, there was like a bottle of Drakkar
That was
everyone
definitely
psyched
the
about.
Sastry like crew.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And,
cologne party.
and-
Cologne party, bro.
Yeah, and it was just like a place to go play basketball and not worry about getting beat up.
Yes.
I guess that's why we liked it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because the closest place to play basketball was the projects.
yeah.
And it
Like,
probably
you
wouldn't
do
have
it
been good
for
to go
free, like during the weekend, like non-school hours.
right.
Like, yeah, it was pretty much that.
And then there was amazing video games.
I think my
yeah,
version
but
of
it was
that.
like a bunch of 25-year-old shirtless dudes that are way too thick that you don't want to play basketball with when you're 14 years old
Right.
or 12 years old.
I think
or-
my version of that was the basement of the TCBY I worked at in middle school. It was
You
my
played
safe.
basketball
it was my
there?
safe haven.
What were
No,
you doing in the basement?
just like smoking pot and like hanging out with my friends and stuff. but,
So
like,
this was pre-pot.
Yeah. No, this is like basketball and basketball cards.
I
and,
don't
This is
really
when we
NBA
left
jam.
I
the
get
apartment.
it. I don't remember pre-pot for me. I think my timeline goes like
Why?
I was a
Was it-
baby.
was it the
I was like
pot?
a standard white kid in an Abercrombie hat, and then pot. Like that's how I remember my evolution chart of math.
Pot definitely changed everything.
Yeah. Once we hit about 9th, 10th grade, essentially.
9th grade, it was a new
It was
game.
a clear schism in the groups of who was smoking.
Well,
you
we
know what?
started
I don't
staying in
remember.
more.
Yep.
We started ordering in more.
Yep.
No more basketball. Yeah.
Roots and chicken.
Roots and chicken. Can we talk about roots and chicken?
Talk about whatever you guys want. Yeah.
It was
I'm
what,
sure.
25 years ago. So
Yeah,
it was
I
almost a
think
quarter of a century ago.
He's either doing 25 to life or dead.
Yes, exactly.
Or he's
This was
listening,
our
shout
swag dealer.
Yeah.
Who, the last time we spoke to him was when I think me and you were hanging out, and he called us. The drug dealer called us.
I've had that happen.
Good sign. Yeah.
We get a call of a can't miss deal.
I've literally had that happen before.
He was
yeah.
like, I got something, and I wanted to call you guys first. I thought of you.
It's shitty weed dealer.
Oh my god!
I
the
thought you
shittiest.
privileged
I got a
white
new batch.
teenagers.
I got a new
really
batch
wanted
of
to-
shitty weed.
I really
yeah.
wanted to hook you guys up. The worst shitty weed, like big 50 bags of swag.
Oh yeah, big old you got everything. Like,
Half
but
seeds.
It was mostly
The stem.
seeds, brown,
Sure.
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Parts of soil still sticking to it and shit. Yeah,
And
yeah.
he said he was going to sell us like an ounce for like $60 or
or
something weird,
like that. So you
or a half pound or something
Something
crazy.
on-
I
I've heard
wasn't
of.
here.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
here for this, but you told it when you got
No,
back.
it was me and you.
No. What ended up happening was, so you met him. I didn't meet him, but you met him.
I'm
on the
pretty
corner.
sure it was
He
your
he-
money.
I know it was my money.
Yeah.
But he handed you the bag.
Yo, you weren't there for the exchange. Yeah.
Exchange, yeah. So he handed Eddie a bag.
Okay.
And he goes, all right, like real quick. It's like, all right, here you go. Bye. Like,
No, the first thing he does is make
people
me
are watching.
smell a bag of swag. He
Yeah.
like puts a bag of horrible pot under my nose, and I'm like, yeah, that smells like
smells like
all
horrible
the
pot.
horrible
Yeah, I
shit
want it.
that we've been smoking for years.
Smells like
I'll
you.
take it. And then I give him the money, and he gives me the bag.
And he's like, go.
Yeah.
And he gets upstairs. Like Eddie gets upstairs.
And I'm
he
so
opens up the
excited.
bag. So excited. Opens it up. It's a Ziploc bag with 2 like pretty much golf ball size moist paper towel balls. Like just for the weight.
and chicken bones.
And chicken bones. Remember that? Chicken, exactly.
I wonder if I'd never put it together. Maybe because it was chicken.
It was chicken. Like, it's
Oh
like
my
you,
God,
that was his calling
And
card.
I'm out.
You just got chickened.
Yeah.
Hats off to
And
Chicken.
I think we
if
even
you're out
had the
there.
conveable. We were like, why did he do this to us? We
Why
were
would he do
such
that?
reliable
Well, that's the question.
customers.
So
we spent $100 a week on that.
Lots
dude.
I
of-
once when I
we
was
were
going.
privileged white people.
I was going to
Like,
school.
yeah.
I was going to school at SVA, and I once got off at Penn Station. This dude was like, "Yo, let me get a buck," and I was like, "All right, man." And he was like, "You smoke weed?" And I was like, "I'm 17 years old, and yes, I fucking do." Stranger in the street of Penn Station. So he was like, $20, man. I'll give you a fucking ounce. And I was like, done. Hands me a brown paper bag, and it is like newspaper rolled up in a Ziploc.
Yeah.
But he was a stranger, and he ran.
Right.
This was your dealer who did this to you?
This-
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Like,
That's
yeah.
confusing.
This was our dealer who knew us that when he called us, it was like, whoa, he's calling us. But it was plausible. We were like, we talked to him
no,
enough.
I mean, we hooked up with him like 3 times a week.
Do you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
he needed like that last like $60 for a plane ticket to
absolutely.
like Bermuda or something
Absolutely.
to like get away from it
yeah,
all?
He needs $60 to like
Start a new life.
To start a new life in Trenton,
Yup,
New
yup, yup.
Jersey. Like,
So he was the
That's what $60
OG
get you.
swag guy for us.
yeah.
Chicken. And then came like Roots and
No,
Diamonds.
no. It was Sticky Fingers. Then,
Sticky
and
Fingers.
then there was Roots, and then there was Chicken. Yeah.
And then Diamonds.
and then Diamonds. Yes.
And all these guys were guys in like crappy Acuras that would pull up. This time he wasn't in a car, and they would just like you'd get in the
pulled
car
in.
and you'd get in and do the thing. And one time I called Diamonds or Sticky or somebody, and I was waiting for him outside the corner of my apartment, and I just got into someone's car who let me in.
you just sat down like, okay, give me the
And I
stuff.
said, let me get a 50. And he goes, 50 of what?
like, oh hi. Like,
Oh, that's scary.
But the
That's
crazy
even
thing
scarier.
was the guy just let me in
and
the
then
car.
was like 50 of what? Like he might have
Yeah.
had 50 of something for
Yeah, but
you.
all of a sudden, like a 15-year-old boy sits down in like your passenger
That's so
seat
funny.
and says, "Give me 50."
I love the self-appointed dealer names, and we'll get off this subject in case it's alienating to those who don't smoke weed, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I was gonna use a derogatory
Yeah,
word.
I had a
but
dealer when I lived in Manhattan who called himself 3, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Yo, put me in your phone as 3. My name is 3." And then when he would call you, the caller ID would say like, "Alfonso." So I'd be like, "What up, Alfonso?" And he'd go
You've
like,
reached
"Where'd you hear that
Alfonso."
name?"
How do you know that name?
That guy also incidentally sent me.
That is my slave name.
He called me one day and went like, "Hey man, just to let you know, like, I sell drugs, basically." And I was like, "Yeah, man, we've met before." Like, he's like, "Okay, do you need any?" And I was like, "No, that's not how this system works. Like, you wait for me to call
He's like,
you,
"Oh god,
dude."
this whole thing is blown. I got to change my name." 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Nailed it.
That's so great. So, other than smoking pot and playing basketball, what else? Were you a video game guy too? Were you on the Toe Jam and Earl train with these two?
I wasn't. I mean, I guess when I say I was an outcast, I was outcast from the bunny ears world of stuff. I didn't start playing Mortal Kombat till I got to your apartment.
Well, yeah, no, but
then I
you were
eventually-
invited in though. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
You dipped your
No,
toe.
yeah, totally.
You dipped your
Yeah.
toe. Yeah, yeah.
So Mac had a arcade size Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, like a
And
standing arcade machine.
So the amount of time
OG.
I spent in the apartment, I would have to be a special person to not
play
be
some
somewhat
Mortal Kombat.
able at Mortal Kombat and learn the
Everyone
moves.
got really good at the game. Like,
There was one video game I couldn't get enough of in Kieran's room, Wave Racer.
Oh, I love Wave Racer.
Stu just stood up.
just stood up. He's
and
doing it.
He's doing Ohio
He's
fist
doing the
bumps in the
classic
air.
Stu, which he's done 2 episodes in a row, which is he gets a reference, gets excited, leaves the room, and comes back.
I get why you stood up. You love Wave Racer.
Yeah, it was great.
too.
Oh, it was fucking great. Yeah.
What was so great about it?
I was a little soft on that one. To be
It was
honest,
just
yeah.
like so smooth and so fast and so perfect and like I don't know.
Did you race the waves?
Yeah, of course, man.
Oh,
It felt
that's
like
the
an
whole point.
escape.
Yeah, it was just it
See, GoldenEye.
It was transformative.
GoldenEye was the one that was also in Kieran's room. Like, 'cause he had the 64 in there.
Right.
Also,
Right.
Mario Kart.
Pilot Wings.
wasn't a
liked
Mario
a lot.
Kart guy.
Do you remember Pilot
I was
Wings?
very selective.
Yeah.
Hey, you were very selective.
Yeah.
You were very dainty.
I
with
just
your
didn't play.
game
Well, 'cause
choice.
again,
we
I
played
just
all the
smoked
NBA
pot.
games.
I played the NBA games.
Yep.
We also listened to a lot of music.
Yeah, a lot of Beatles.
We like Beatles'd out together.
Mm-hmm.
We Bob Dylan'd out together.
I was gonna say you actually like introduced me to a lot of that kind of stuff. 'Cause,
Really?
Yeah, I started getting to like Jimi Hendrix which begat you introducing me to like Bob Dylan.
I remember
which
us
begat
listening to Castles Made of Sand for the first time. We were like, "Whoa,
Holy shit!
that's
no.
a good song."
So I came back early that summer, and I
Right.
actually stayed at your place a couple
I
of
remember
days.
that.
Yeah,
You were watching
It was
like
kinda
horse
neat.
racing with my father.
Yes, yes. I was watching horse racing with your father, and that cat that wouldn't get out of the corner.
Right. Yeah. Spike.
And
Did you guys live in the same part of- did you guys
And
live in
I
the same
remember
part of
actually- And you introduced me to Liz Fair also during that weekend.
I don't know if I'm proud of that, but
No, Liz Fair.
I still listen to Liz Fair.
Her
Actually,
her first album.
Whip Smart.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Did you guys grow up in the same part of town?
Yeah, Upper West Side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, God, that summer we were probably like 13 or 14,
Yeah, we're about to enter 10th grade.
and you came back, and there was no other family there,
Yeah, It was.
and you stayed with me for like a minute, and then you went home, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'll just stay at home."
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I had like.
I have fond
I don't-
memories of that.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah. That
And then
was
we were
fun.
jerks to each other. I get.
No, we made it through high school, and then
Yeah.
we just wound up on different sides of the country.
I know.
I'm jealous I didn't have a video game machine in my fucking house. You had two? Wait, you had the
I had
Mortal
that
Kombat.
and Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man pinball.
Oh, pinball.
Yeah.
Was Demolition Man big
Send
for
a
you?
maniac to catch a maniac.
No free rides.
No free rides.
Are those the sound effects it played?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I remember, I think it's the Planet Hollywood in Manhattan has the naked Stallone in the cube, like suspended above a
The
table.
one that he gets lasered out of.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
And I totally sat under that once, and they like block out his junk and stuff, so
And
it's not as fun.
Chicken
but-
fingers. What'd you have?
I feel like I had the Meryl Streep burger. I don't know. Have you ever eaten at Planet Hollywood? I imagine that would be hard for you. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, sure. Like,
Have you eaten at Planet Hollywood?
Gosh, maybe like a quarter of a century ago.
And you say they take you.
Do Planet Hollywood still exist besides Vegas?
I don't think so.
I don't think there's many of them.
And Planet Hollywood was an offspring of the Hard Rock Cafe, right? Hard Rock was the OG.
There was a part of that kind of
Well, no,
thing.
Right.
It was the movie actor version of the
Right.
Hard Rock.
It was owned by Stallone, Schwarzenegger,
Van Damme,
and like I believe a couple others.
I
were
think Demi
investors.
Moore actually
Yeah,
was
yeah.
one of those people. Bruce Willis. Like
But I
Bruce
remember
Willis
the
and Tin
Hard
Shit.
Rock being like early 90s, late 80s New York, like a cool new place to go to. And then
Yeah, that
Planet
lasted
Hollywood.
like 6 months.
Right.
And when we were kids, like 6
On
months is a long
57th Street.
time.
Yeah, you're totally like, whoa, there's this place. and
It's been
there's
around
Hard
forever.
Rock.
It's actually funny. We've never had three new, even though I grew up on Long Island. So we actually grew up with the most theme restaurants in proximity to where we lived. Right? Do you guys remember? Because there were tons. in
Jekyll and
Manhattan.
Hyde's?
I had five. I had five birthday parties at Jekyll and Hyde.
Wow, I've
course
never
you did.
set foot in Jekyll and
Oh,
Hyde.
dude, have you been in?
Yes,
You've
I've
never
been.
been?
I've
Have you
been.
It was great, man. It was like 8 stories. Each one was like the Mummy story, the
I
Frankenstein
remember.
story.
I remember.
And it was good enough to run it back for you.
I like monsters.
Yeah, yeah. He had 5 bar mitzvahs there.
Wow.
I milked that bar mitzvah for all it was worth. Every time I was like, I still don't feel like a man, guys. Let's get a mulligan on this
so
one.
Matt Cohen, if I like threw you a surprise bar mitzvah, kind of just like it's a party, like kind of just a surprise party, but surprise bar mitzvah, would you be able to do the reading?
No. What? No. Would you?
Because here it is.
Were you
That's
bar
what I'm
mitzvah?
here for. No, I wasn't. And me
were a
and
mitzvah?
me and our friend Brett always said when we turned 30 we were gonna really have our bar mitzvah, and we still haven't done it.
And then so now it's set at 40, and then it's gonna be set
I
at
guess
50.
so.
So can bunny
But we were-
ears throw you guys a bar mitzvah?
Yeah,
basically,
can we throw
we
you a
said-
surprise bar mitzvah?
I would love to, but also like a bar mitzvah is the only thing besides a wedding or a funeral that I could do
Yep.
where everyone could get together, we could dance.
a divorce party.
So I'm gonna.
You could have. I mean, you could.
Okay, I'll set something up at
those
Sammy's
exist?
Romanian.
I would love that. I would love that.
And yes, surprise bar mitzvah.
We'll
That
do
kind
a
of just-
phonetic Torah.
that is what I
exactly.
had at my actual bar
Right,
mitzvah.
yeah.
I had a phonetic Torah.
So did you have to go to school to learn how to read the phonetic Torah?
No, so I was in Hebrew school like a normal kid, but then I got kicked out really early for like fucking around with
Why?
the actual Torah.
Oh.
I like went up to it and I
You're
like
like, Greta, I got the Torah.
that is 100%
Just
literally
rubbing on
what
your
I
titties
did.
or something?
I know in the middle of the thing.
Get out!
I grabbed the Torah and I was like, look at me, I'm the rabbi, blah blah blah, and I like ran around the room with it. I like ran around and was like, I got the Torah.
No manhood for you.
Yeah, I was like, blah, 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 blah. I got kicked out, and then they gave me like a tutor for like a week, and they were like, "Fuck it, you don't have to sing anything, and we'll write it all out in English. Get out of here, just please leave,
Please leave, sir.
Yeah. So it was an easy bar mitzvah for me.
What was your theme?
At my party,
Star Wars?
Do you guys probably don't know Great Neck well, do you? There
Yeah.
was a restaurant called
I know Douglaston.
There was a restaurant called Millie's in Great Neck.
I don't know
All
restaurants.
right,
in
but
Great Neck.
I was.
I don't know that well.
I know that it exists.
I know that it
So
exists,
I-
and I
I-
know there's a train station.
I didn't have a huge one, but I had my theme was it was a combination of football because I was currently playing football in middle
I
school.
saw, your photo.
and
yeah.
bats, which I still like, as you know, yeah, like
Bats,
the animal,
the
the animal.
rodents?
Oh.
Yeah. I guess
I
they're
thought you were
rodents.
talking
I think
like
they're
bear
officially
Jew.
a
They're
rodent.
officially rodents. So I actually have my Bar Mitzvah shirt still. It's a football jersey with Cohen on the back and a bat on the shoulder, and that's about it. It was themeless, but there was a very strange magician
I
there.
am the night.
My parents hired a man in his 50s to be, and he was a very soft-spoken man in his 50s, and every time he'd do a little trick, his punchline, he'd go, "It must be magic." Oh. And it was not what I wanted at my bar mitzvah
Are you
party.
sure?
Maybe it was actually. Yeah. And then my brother was way more popular than me, and he had like 500 kids and like a giant like movie themed, and there was like a DJ. Mine was at like a restaurant with like 14 dudes who I was still friends with.
Yeah, but did they know you were going to be a future podcaster?
I don't think anyone knew yet, baby.
See?
The
See?
medium didn't exist. If only I had that confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have dropped out of high school.
You're inspiring a bunch of Long Island Jews
Everyone
at this very
dropped,
moment.
everyone in Syosset, everyone in Woodbury, everyone in Jericho,
This could
everyone
be
in
you,
Plainview. I'm
guys.
talking to you. Drop out of high school, buy yourself a little Yamaha mixer, and just get on there, man.
Boom, and next thing you know, you could be sitting next to Devin Sawa and Eddie Kaye Thomas.
Hey.
And Stu, I guess if that floats your boat.
And also, yeah, this
And
guy
Stu can stare at you.
Fucking Stu will be staring at us the whole
Were
time.
so PCS sounds weird. So PCS is the name of the school.
'cause it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's none of the above.
But I'm trying to get like, so were there parties? Like were there because it doesn't sound like there were a lot of kids. Were there house parties in middle school and
let
high
you take that
school? Yeah.
You're looking at the party,
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
I mean, no, there was like, I don't know.
19N, I mean, really.
There was, I don't know, 7 or 8 of us.
Yeah.
And
a
we
core
just
group.
hung out all
All
the time.
dudes.
No, it wasn't entirely a sausage fest. I mean,
No.
once we hit high school, like, yeah, no, it was like, Christina
We
and
were
Asidra
hooking up
and
with
Rachel
girls
and shit.
here
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But mostly
and then we had then we had female friends too, but it was
Yeah.
just such a small school.
Did you guys have friends outside of PCS?
Yes-ish. We had
Yeah, ish,
we had
yeah.
some other drug dealers that kept on hanging out with us.
My man Turkey. My man Too Slow.
And
And then
then,
Carrot.
Yeah.
and then I guess like Mac's siblings also had friends that became our
I mean, it's how
friends.
Brett kind of got ingratiated into our circle.
No, he was in our school too.
Well, I'm just saying, but he was a Kieran friend,
Right.
Who became an.
He was
our
younger.
friend.
He was younger than you guys.
Yeah, about
well, like
2 years
Stu is
younger.
younger, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's so crazy to think that Kieran's 2 years younger.
Yeah.
And like back then, that was a
That's
million miles
2 years
away.
is huge.
Right.
Like, yeah, like,
right.
the difference between like 15 and 13 is huge.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely not a traditional normal school by any means.
But we actually had some good parties and
But
stuff.
all we did was all the stuff that normal kids do.
Just on a smaller, it's so weird. You guys, it's like you went to a high school in a super small town in Ohio or Texas or something.
But actually, I mean,
but in the
honestly,
middle of
we-
Manhattan,
we drank a lot of 40s, and we
drank a lot of beer.
Yeah,
We tried some other-
bodegas,
smoked a lot of pot.
bodegas. They
We
would
could just
sell.
order it in.
Yeah,
Order it in. Ah, okay.
Right,
Yeah,
because the delivery guy didn't
they didn't
care.
want
The
to-
guy,
Yeah.
delivery's not gonna
Good call.
charge you.
Good call.
Okay, so kids out there who are listening.
No, but it was
Strategy.
fun, and like, I mean, I guess the whole point of the school was people that are doing stuff outside of school, and some kids were, and some kids were just at the school. But there was like a bond of people who were doing other stuff.
You were all well. That's what's admirable, almost, because like I always say, and I talk to my parents about it now. Like high school was pretty fucked for me, and like I didn't go to college or anything. Or I dabbled in it, but if in retrospect I would have got my GAD at like 16 and just started taking improv or something. Like,
Right.
so there's something to kids around that age knowing what they want to do already and pursuing it that's super fucking admirable
or at
and
least
cool.
earning at what they're doing also is part
Yeah.
of it too.
They're already they skip that step.
It wasn't
you
a
know?
performing arts school.
No.
They didn't teach you a trade. It wasn't a vocational school.
Because I'm sure there are tons of other kids like me who were, when everyone else was applying to college, going like, but I want to skip that step and just do the thing I want to do because I know that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And you guys got to do that, kind of.
yeah, but like
Like people didn't go to college
or
after
it
PCS,
wasn't
did
the
they?
biggest deal in the world.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, like you're happy you learned geometry, right?
No.
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
not.
Oh, never mind. I'm way off.
I can't
Okay,
do
never
math.
mind.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay. So
I retained
no, you're right.
Spanish.
You're right.
Spanish is the one thing from high school where I
Did
go
a
like,
raisin
all
in the
right.
sun change your life?
Yeah.
It's like I didn't even read because I was already reading my own shit. So like I wasn't even reading the books they assigned me. It was all a fraud, guys.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, I agree with you now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But like, did people go to college after PC? No, right?
Not many.
Actually,
Do we know
well,
any?
it was high end. Actually, like it was there was a
Right.
bunch of Harvard and Yale people that went that
Right.
like that lifted the numbers.
None of our
essentially,
like
but-
immediate group went.
no,
Definitely not.
Some no.
But also everyone was really working.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
No, yeah, people who actually
Like
had
you started
careers.
working, I was working.
Yeah,
Um,
we had gigs.
yeah. And
So let me ask you a weird
It
question.
was a correspondence school that we showed up to when we were in town.
yes, that
that's
also
what it was.
doubled as your only like
Yeah,
social life.
It's
it
the
seems
University
like.
of
Yeah.
Phoenix that actually had a building.
Do they not have one in Phoenix? I would think they have one, right?
Honestly, I bet you $1 million is not in Phoenix.
Let's go to Phoenix,
I
guys.
bet
Not
you $1
Phoenix,
billion
Arizona, Phoenix, Minnesota.
and Mac really changed the experience because he lived next door.
Literally,
Literally
right? Yeah.
one
Literally
door over.
Next door. So there was a place to hang out 15 feet away from the
It's like-
school.
Before and
it's-
after,
It's almost
yeah.
like a bit out of Tenenbaums. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
it's like they live.
You get up to go to
It's like
school,
a convenient
yeah.
sitcom device.
Yes, thank you.
You're like,
yeah.
well, how can we excuse them getting to that apartment so quick?
Everybody was Kramer in my life. Everyone just barged in. It was great.
I like that you're the Jerry of it. Yeah. Who was your George? Kieran?
Brett. Brett just looks and acts like he's George. Yeah.
That's great. So, let me ask you a weird question because we kind of touched on it a little bit in the Stew episode, but like,
What do you think of me?
no. Well, it literally is that though, right? So you're going to, and Kevin Smith touched on it too in his episode. And this is a good perspective to actually ask you. I don't know if you heard that one, but like, it's the idea of you're going to a school for actors, right, or kids who are already acting, and you're in school with the most famous acting kid on the planet.
Right.
Was that weird? What was it like for him to be around all of you?
Yeah. How'd you feel about me in an outward
No.
kind of way?
Because he was arguably the most famous person at
You
that
know
school,
what the
right?
thing
Like,
that I was really aware of the whole time was that question.
okay.
Like the minute I came to school, I was like, oh, here's the thing about this place that everyone's gonna want to know. And I think when I first met you, I remember you had your Home Alone 2 backpack, and I don't think Home Alone 2 had come out yet. Did you shoot that in 6th
I
grade?
don't know. I mean, yeah, merch is merch, man. Like, yeah.
But if anything,
I would love a Home Alone 2 backpack. I prefer them. To
I
the
believe
first
it
film.
screamed when you put it
look
on.
under your chair.
Oh, I wish, buddy. Don't tease me like that.
I was just hyper. I was aware that was a thing, but also it would have been weird to like lead with that all the time. So as I imagine is true with most of the people, especially at that
Yes,
time that
yes.
you were coming across, it was like that is an issue until it's not an issue.
Yeah,
you know.
It's I mean, like, yeah, no, I'll say this about Leaf.
There it is.
There it
You
is.
talking about me or no? okay.
So I had a nickname that really didn't have any good reason.
What is
but-
the origin? Okay, so let's do it.
But no, let me, to finish that is
Okay.
that Leaf always like.
Let's talk about the things people actually care about
He actually,
now.
he treated me, like, properly. and
Because
stuff
you
like
could
that.
vibe.
Yeah.
Were there
I
certain
mean,
kids you could vibe it out of, like, ooh,
Yeah,
danger,
yeah.
danger
I had an
zone?
okay sense of that, like, and I used, it's okay, and like, but yeah, no, Leaf was always really, really good, and
Where does Leaf come from?
I remember.
I kind of brought it upon myself.
Yeah,
you're the one who
honestly,
brought it up,
I've been
man,
biting
yeah.
my tongue. I've been wanting to call
No.
you Leaf this entire.
No, please,
time.
please.
Am I the only person who calls you Leaf anymore?
Your
Who calls you
IMDb
Leaf?
changes
Someone
immediately
walked up to me
a-
on the street like 6 or 7 years ago in New York, or just like passed me and was like, "What's up, Leaf?" And I was like, "I don't know who that person is."
Why did you know about Leaf?
And how does he know that?
Because you're still Leaf. You're Leaf in my phone. Like,
Yeah,
you're
no.
Leaf.
A lot of people from high school still call me Leaf.
Okay, good.
And I
good,
like
good.
it.
It's
I like-
LAEF.
LAEF.
Do you remember what
What
that
is the
stands
origin?
for?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to
Oh,
say
it's
it?
it's
Go
an
ahead.
anagram?
Yeah.
Or-
Lovely,
Lovely
animals
animals
enter
entering
the
the
forest.
Lovely animal.
This is For me,
Entering
this
the
is a
forest.
reason to never get a tattoo because there was a point in my life
Listen
where
up,
I
kids.
thought that was cool and it made sense to me. And
now you're Leaf for the rest of
now
your
I'm
life.
Leaf, which I don't mind being Leaf, but lovely animals entering the forest.
Does it have a meaning attached to it?
Yes.
Lovely animals entering the forest. Yeah, that's what it means. No, but
Another thing that you shouldn't do is take acid when you're 13.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you were tripping balls.
You city kids,
13.
man.
13.
Wow.
13.
Holy shit, yeah.
Have you seen a 13-year-old?
I've been one, I think. Yeah.
They're tiny.
I
A 13-year-old was born in 2005.
No shit. I've actually noticed that. Like, I look at like
That's
14,
terrifying.
15,
That's
16-year-olds, and they all look like freaking babies.
Yeah.
And you know how adult we felt?
Yeah.
We felt like we were fucking adults.
And we were destroying our brain.
And we were like, yeah.
And look at us now. We
And I
got
mean,
money or something.
like 13 is young. I totally waited until I was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much smarter.
Yeah.
So I had probably just tried pot in the meadow like a month before.
Meadow.
What's the Meadow? Central Park?
Central Park, yeah.
Okay.
It was
Chiefs
just
Meadow.
the meadow
Yeah, yeah.
in the park
Sure.
on like 66th Street. And like a month later, a friend was like, dude, we should do acid. It's like pot, but better. And I was like, that sounds great. So I took a half a tab, started to feel great, took another half a tab, went to the Museum of Natural History. My two friends left. And I was like,
So you're by yourself.
You're
with
a
with all
13-year-old by
with the
yourself
stuffed
on a-
with the
Yeah.
stuffed like animals.
with the stuffed lovely animals.
yeah.
In not the room with the whale, but the room with all like the Teddy Roosevelt.
The North
like,
America room,
yes,
the Africa room.
It was
Yeah.
North America.
I've
There
just
was
been
like
there, yeah.
bison and the things.
And you could actually count the shotgun holes on its side.
Yeah, it's
too.
really weird.
Yeah,
Like, look at
it's-
this one that we killed.
Teddy
Look at-
Roosevelt literally shot all of those things.
So my other 13-year-old friends were like, dude, we're really messed up. We got to go. And I was like alone in the museum. And I spent like the first like 2 minutes were great. And I was like, look at all these lovely animals. And they're going into forests. And then I freaked out and went home. And the subway ride from 72nd Street to 96th Street was one of the most epic experiences of my life. I made it through that. And then I decided to become a graffiti artist on my binders.
Leaf.
And LAEF.
Everyone had
is it.
tag.
Yeah, that we had tags.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is how they came up with the film franchise, Night of the Museum. We'll be back after this break.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stu, why would you want to run with the Bulls in Pamplona, Spain?
Just to say that you did it?
Just to say that you did it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Have you not seen
I feel like-
City Sicklers?
Have you ever stabbed yourself in the ribs with a scissor? Because I got one in my kitchen. Like, that's a weird reason to do things.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've never banged my head against the wall before
Yeah,
till I
yeah.
bled.
I've never burnt your foot with like a Ninja Turtle, but yeah.
Look, I mean, you guys all grew up, I think, hearing about things that were going on in other countries, like exciting stuff, like running with the Bulls, like for me, Highland Games up in Scotland. Like, I'd like to participate in almost all of those things before I go.
I think
There
what we
he
all
goes.
clearly established was our version of running with the Bulls was doing acid as teenagers and
Yeah.
shit. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's as much adventure we need.
Not even having pubic hair and
Yeah.
taking LSD.
That's more impressive than getting
we ran
gored.
with we ran with the Bulls. We ran with Dominic Sedler.
Ooh.
Hope
Yeah,
you're, shout
that
out to
name.
Dominic
Pull that one
Sedler.
out.
Okay, so Leaf and I,
Okay.
we're
I'll be
on. Yeah, this is the Leaf. over here.
He'll be playing the part of Leaf tonight.
Yeah, we were on a basketball team together.
Oh, the PCS
I've heard
geese.
about this.
Yes,
The
yes,
geese.
it was geese. Why were we called the geese?
Because of our dear departed friend.
Yes, his name was Goose, and he was our best player. So
died?
the idea was to pass him the ball all the time. So we were just the geese.
Yeah. He was like the only one who really played. I mean, actually, no,
was
people
good.
could play, but he was really good.
Did you play against other like vocational
Our starting lineup was
we
pretty
had
okay.
one school that was willing to play us.
Yeah.
The Calhoun.
Yeah, JV kind of stuff.
And we
yeah.
were 0-2.
Yeah.
You only played two
the
games.
history of the team, we were
Okay,
0-2.
can you name some of our lineup?
Me, Mac, Paul.
Mm-hmm. He was our starting
center. Misha.
Yeah, Misha was on that
Well,
team.
let's do it like this for the Ward. Me, Mac, a ballerina named Misha.
Okay.
yes.
That works, yeah.
Duke Ellington's grandson.
yes,
way better,
Yes. Dominic Sedler.
Who's Dominic
A Serbian documentary filmmaker.
Croatian. Big
documentary filmmaker.
Child documentary.
No, now he is.
Oh, okay.
No, he doesn't document children.
Who else? A pianist named Mei Ting. Was he on the team? Yeah, he was on the team.
Yeah, he was kind of on the team. Yeah. Low.
A
Low fuzz. Yeah.
a trench coat mafia pre-Columbine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all right.
A 6 foot one Italian dude. Like it was
Yeah,
total trench
who was
coat.
wearing a trench coat before it was dangerous.
Yeah, like leather trench coat, like a duster.
Where did that gentleman wind up?
He works for WWE.
Yeah, and at the time he was in our school because he was like writing intense short stories, right?
And yeah.
Is that why he went to BCS?
Yeah. He was writing a book about Africa, but not really.
Were you guys good at basketball?
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Our court was in our cafeteria.
Okay.
Yes, it was
Was there
half.
a hoop?
It was half the cafeteria.
There was a hoop on wheels, and the cafeteria had a movable wall,
Yeah.
and the ceiling was about as high as the ceiling in this room.
pretty much.
So we all had the flattest jump shot.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh yes. We were all line drive jump shots. It was again.
Did you have jerseys and stuff with your names on it?
The second year we did.
Yeah. No, I actually didn't play the second year. I was
You weren't there?
No, I was protesting for some reason, and then like
boycotted the
I
other
boycotted
game.
it, and then like the reason I was boycotting like got dropped as soon as like it was because like someone like Goose couldn't play or something like that.
Because he wasn't in the school.
Well, I know, but it was kind of just like,
Right.
well, like yeah, like, I'll just boycott, and then just let
took
him
a
play
stand.
anyway.
Right.
And so like I'm the asshole who stayed home.
Were
Right.
there any other sports teams at PCS?
Also, Robin. We also had Robin and Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
our
he has a
starting
whole
lineup.
lineup.
And you know who else was on our team? Robert Fidalgo.
Oh, yeah. And a Jersey boy.
Yes, a Jersey boy.
Like from the musical?
Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
a guy
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
currently in Jersey Boys.
In Jersey Boys?
Yeah.
Was there like a PCS football team that was played in
No,
like
and
a
there wasn't even a
bathroom or,
PCS
like-
basketball team. We just all loved basketball.
we just loved basketball. We called ourselves the Wild Geese, and we played JV against like another private school.
And one of
down
the
street.
only things we did as potheads was put together this basketball team
Yeah.
and organize
Played
a
two
game.
games. Yeah.
Shout out to Nick Salibis.
Yeah, our gym teacher helped us out. But yeah, there was no sports teams.
I played
There was a
football.
prom, but
Yeah.
not really.
I didn't even.
Yeah, it was always like actually like 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
Were there
Right,
like
because
school
there wasn't enough
dances
of
and
us.
stuff?
Was there a school dance?
In middle school there was. There were school dances in middle school.
I don't remember any school dances.
I do.
Did you guys have a gym?
No, it was half the
It
cafeteria.
was half the cafeteria with a folding wall.
After we left, they built a gym.
I know, it's
which was a
freaking
tragedy.
gorgeous. Like the
Yeah.
school's like actually looking pretty pristine. Right
Oh, that's
now.
Yeah, it was a
amazing.
shame we missed it.
Shout out to Miss Kleban.
I played football for 2 years. We didn't score a single point at all in like 30 games or something.
Wow, all
we
right.
were really
Wow.
good, the Syosset Braves.
That's something.
That name got changed to something I don't remember
the
what
not
it was.
scorings?
Yeah, exactly. but in lacrosse, which I also played, we won every single game and never got scored on except for the time I fucking scored in our own goal. Because I like did not give a shit and was already a pothead and was just
You just
doing
wanted to
this.
go home.
I wanted to go home, but like my parents wanted me to play sports, and it was the weird vestige before I completely dropped out from society. So like I played lacrosse for like half a season, and everyone on my lacrosse team went on to like play for Harvard or Princeton or like because lacrosse is like a huge thing on Long Island, right? And I fucking was just like, let's do it. It seems fun.
Yeah.
And I
You
kept
played
that
with Michael Lacrosse.
I kept that mentality with me until the day I finally got a ball. And they never played me because it was terrible. And they played me in this one game. We were up by like a point or whatever. We were up by enough that they let me in. And I picked up the ball and I immediately panicked. So I went to pass it back to the goalie and I scored on it on our own net. And all the kids were like crying and stuff. Like 16-year-old boys were like fucking devastated. Like that's how serious they took lacrosse. And that was my last
Oh yeah, and,
my last sporting
and
event.
so yeah, and long story short, you're podcasting.
I
now.
switched to hacky sack soon after.
We were hacky
I was
sacking a little
huge
bit.
hacky sacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got into that. That was kind of like Matt was kind of like a.
We had a
definitely,
little
yeah.
place where we could smoke cigarettes and smoke pot down the street from our school, and there was a hacky
just
sack.
Sims?
Like a little
Sims.
park or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it was a little park next to a deli, and
Which it doesn't exist, so we can call it by name. Like,
yeah, Sims.
Sims.
It
Deli.
wasn't
Park.
Sims then,
I know exactly. No, it literally just said it just said deli on top of it.
and the name
They were-
Sims got passed down to us, so we always called it Sims.
Yeah, I think when you called them, they would say Sims Deli.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but that was about it. Or just Sims.
And we would have a hacky sack that Did you run over your hacky sack with a car before you used it?
Yeah, that was the point.
Why do you do
to
that?
break it in. So the
okay.
hacky sacks come too full.
Make it more like sandy.
Yeah,
as
no.
opposed
So you
to
could like
beans.
control it.
You need to take the beads out because otherwise it won't like rest on. You can't do like rest on your foot if it's a complete circle.
Yeah, I couldn't do that after it ran over anyway, but we still had it run over.
I miss when hacky sack was sweeping the nation. I never got into like.
Hey, mister, can you run over my hacky sack with your taxi?
Was it Ultimate Frisbee? Did you guys ever play that one? I feel like we played that.
That
in
was
gym.
way too much work.
We did not. Way too much work, and we
had
did not have the space.
gym
for it.
class.
We were in,
so, yeah.
we were in
We
an
had
urban environment.
We had an apartment and half a cafeteria.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's fascinating to me too, dude. So, like, even though I grew up close enough to the city, like, it might as well have been a different world. And I've talked to Mac about this before,
Yeah,
but like,
you didn't live in New York.
fuck you. I lived in more New York than like the people from like Utica or whatever.
But you had space.
I had space though. Like
Right.
we
You
were
had
like
yards and football fields.
25 minutes from the city, but also like we were just it was green and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
you were part of the Braves.
yeah.
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 I was listening.
Rest in peace, Asa Braves.
We didn't have space, but we could like get around if we were going somewhere.
But that's what I mean. But
Yeah,
your
we
days,
were mobile.
weirdly enough, you said like you weren't playing video games. You guys were like playing basketball in middle school and like going and doing shit. We didn't really have that option because it was so spread out. You were just at a friend's house.
Right.
I feel like if you grow up in the city, you're more forced to just be outside.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
a friend's house could have like a basketball hoop in like the driveway. It's just that you didn't indulge.
Yeah, I was just not into
See,
that.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I guess
Okay,
fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I guess kids were playing sports probably.
Yeah,
in Long
you were
Island.
just
Exactly.
inside the
Yeah,
house.
I was just not doing that.
Check and mate, sir.
For my bar mitzvah, incidentally, my parents took me on a vacation with my best friend to Hawaii for a week, and I spent 80% of that time playing Mario RPG in the arcade of the hotel.
Yeah.
Like they would all be on the beach, including my friend, and they'd go scuba diving. And I befriended a Japanese boy. He didn't speak any English, but he
Ooh.
spoke the language of being very good at Mario RPG.
This
with
sounds
me.
really sexy. Go on.
It didn't go anywhere past that, man.
No. Keep going.
Misconnection. If you were a Japanese boy at the Four Seasons Arcade in 1997 in Maui, hit up the show.
Yeah.
Bunnyearspod@gmail.com.
Yeah, DM this dude.
Yeah.
And we can all DP him.
Did you guys ever get out of the city for like the weekend? Would you go like to the island, for instance, or
God,
upstate?
we probably
or...
spent like maybe a year at a time without leaving the island of Manhattan.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
I mean, or 60th Street.
Yeah, like Brooklyn is like the river.
Yeah. Yeah. But like we were doing all this stuff, but we were in Manhattan and like I was auditioning a lot, and there was still like New York stuff happening. Like we had friends that were, hanging out with us, but also doing a Broadway show
Yeah,
at
people
night.
were hustling. People had
cool.
jobs.
No, that's
You
cool.
know,
Yeah.
and we had one buddy who like only hung out on Saturdays because he was practicing his violin 6 days a week.
His hands were insured.
Yeah.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've talked to him about that.
So yeah, it's sounding like what it was, that we were just smoking a lot of pot and playing Mortal
I'm describing
Kombat.
exactly how it was.
But every once in a while, I would go on an audition.
Get out for.
So I was using Manhattan for that.
yeah.
When did you get into acting, dude?
I started when I was little, when I was 7.
You did stand up early on, or
I
something
did
like that.
a stand-up show with Brett.
Okay, there you go.
Our friend Brett. It was the original Just Kiddin'. No, it was the original All That, and it was called Just Kiddin'.
It was like a pilot for Nickelodeon.
It was a pilot presentation about kids running a stand-up show.
You could have been Amanda Bynes right now, man.
I could be Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
I can still be
Or
Amanda
Lori-
Bynes if I
yeah,
want to
or
be.
Lori
Honestly,
Dernberg.
you're looking great. You look like that. Look like Amanda.
You can tweet, "I want Drake to murder my vagina too."
Was that Bynes?
Yeah, it was my
that was-
favorite tweet of all time.
Yeah. So yeah, there was like, we were doing that kind of stuff here and there too, which, we were using the city for that.
But you grew up in the city, or did you move there to
I was
pursue
actually in
acting?
Staten Island
Okay.
till I was 11.
What's it like to live in New Jersey?
Better than Staten Island.
Staten Island's a
Shout
part
out
of
to
New
Staten
Jersey in my
Island.
head. Yeah.
Staten Island.
Staten Island.
It's honestly, Staten Island's further from New York than New Jersey.
It really is.
It's just a
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
universe onto itself.
I think I've been there maybe a couple of times. Possible. What's on it?
I've taken.
Is Coney Island on Staten Island?
No,
it's in
no,
Brooklyn.
You're way off. Yeah, no.
Way off.
I've taken the ferry to and from.
I think I've gone through it to take the
as a
bridge.
tour-
Well, yeah,
is
there's
it,
a ferry.
Is it the
The
Verrazano?
Verrazano.
That's
Yep.
it.
But the fact that there's not a direct train or a bus to lead you to real civilization makes it really far away.
It's
So
like
you
a,
moved
it's
to
like
the
a,
city.
it's like a prison
For what?
colony. It's like the Australia of the boroughs. It's the prison colony where they send people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't come
And
back
there's like
to
a
Yonkers.
weird resentment towards the rest of New York, but there's still like New York pride, but they kind of feel like they're better. And yeah, around when I started PCS, I moved into the city.
Yeah, Roosevelt Island is New Zealand.
I've been there.
Yeah, no, me too.
I don't know if I once
you
played
ever taken the
tennis on
tram?
I've never taken
I
the
took the
tram. I
tram,
took the
yeah.
F train to Roosevelt Island
Yeah, that little that
The Sky Tram.
the Sky Tram
from
thing.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. For all you listeners.
And then there's
Tram from
what's that
Spider-Man.
weird island in the East River? What's it called again?
Roosevelt Island.
Governor's Island? No.
No, that's in the harbor. There's
No,
an island.
no,
in
you're
the
talking
river.
about Roosevelt Island.
Yeah.
Am I talking about Roosevelt Island? What's the one with
The castle.
Yeah, where there used to be like
Roosevelt
a
Island.
no. What's is it Governor's Island? The one where it's like an abandoned like mental asylum or a prison or something?
You're talking about Roosevelt Island.
Oh,
and,
it is?
And it was
No.
a smallpox hospital.
Oh, okay, maybe that's
No, there's another one. The Michael Douglas.
That thing, yeah.
What's her name movie?
Roosevelt Island.
Plum Island's a
No,
Long
the
Island.
girl who died from Clueless.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
yes,
Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy,
Yeah.
Michael Douglas movie took place on that island.
Let's Stu get on it.
Yes.
Thank you, Stu.
Stu's already
Do
on it.
something, Stu.
Yeah, do something, you fool. I'm no fool.
I'm fascinated, like, because you guys spent your entire life in Manhattan, and I mean, I grew up on the island, but I lived there for like 6 years or something. And there's these weird little.
Don't brag.
Sorry. There's these weird little pockets of Manhattan because it's like the most built up modern fucking city ever. But then you get like that weird island in the river, or like Washington Mews, which we've talked about, which is that street in the West Village, which is just like cobblestone and straight out of the 1800s suddenly.
Yeah, like a gated kind of thing.
I love that when you're suddenly like Best Buy. Oh shit, this thing is from like 200 years ago?
Yeah, George Washington lived here. Kind
Exactly.
Of thing.
Some famous poet drank himself to death here.
Yeah.
And we were in New York at a good time too, like right before it got crazy billionaireville.
Yeah,
and
it was
like
still
neighborhoods were different.
affordable. Yeah.
How was Times Square Giuliani wise? Were you like teens in a crazy Times Square?
So you were
year?
auditioning. Like, when did you start kind of like really kind of auditioning in the city?
In like 88, 89.
Yeah. So do you remember like 25-cent like peep show?
Like scary Times Square.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
when we were
Well,
teenagers,
I'm just saying, like by like 91, 92, that shit was cleaned up. That's what I was
Right.
asking.
Yeah,
But
so-
yes, it was like
I can remember when it was actually Times Square, but I definitely remember that weird in between phase when they were starting to clean it up.
It was like
and
Disney's shop next to the 25-cent peep
yeah,
show.
yeah,
Like,
and they did all these weird art installations too, and they turned it like it was they turned it into a museum of what it was just for like a year. That was a really cool time. But we watched that become something else. But even like the Upper West Side was like an interesting neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it was much more.
It's where you want to raise your kids.
Yeah.
Everything. No, that city. You don't live in. Are you both? Or are you LA guy now?
I'm LA now. I've been LA for the past like 4 years.
But you've classically floated back and forth or something, or
yeah,
you've
I keep
been-
on back and forth. I've been back and forth for like 15 years.
It's that juxtaposition
bro.
must be.
Call me.
It's a weird transition because they really are different kinds of fucking cities, right? Like the quality
it's
of life.
really hard
is-
to come here. I don't know about you guys, but like that initial.
when I first got here,
Yeah, like I don't know if you were able to make the adjustment at first, but at first I was like, I can't fuck with this city at all because it's just not New York. Because I was looking to do all the New York things,
Like
here.
walking and
and just like not knowing exactly what you're gonna do, but it's just happening. I'll eat here.
Okay. Was it because of a girl that you moved out here, or did, like that?
No, I came out here-
because that eases the fall. If you already have a girl,
I
and then
came
you're
out
moving out
here-
here because of that.
I came out here before we finished senior year to shoot American Pie.
But that was more than 4
And you
years
stayed.
ago. I'm saying you said you've been here
4 years. I came out for Scorpion 4 years ago.
Got you.
And then
So you're
I
here
brought
for
the girl
work.
here.
You come for work and you go back.
I was
to New
like
York.
chicken or the egg. Like what came first?
Well,
the,
I
the girl or
learned that
the show?
the job came, but then I was like, I need my girl here. So yeah. But when I first came, it was very difficult, and I came not driving, just like being a fish out of water.
But you got a license.
It took me 2 years.
See, Mac, anything's possible, buddy. You're never gonna do it.
Honestly, I feel like I will like conquer life itself if I can go through my entire life right now not having a driver's
It's so
license.
much easier now with Uber. Why would you bother?
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I might want to like move to New Hampshire and like
you wanna move to New Hampshire,
and do
okay.
like and do the whole JD Salinger kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I might have to get a bike with an extra big basket in the front, but otherwise, I think I can.
Can you ride a bike?
Yeah.
You gave me a look like fuck you. I could ride a bike. I don't know. Some people can't ride bikes. I guess, right?
You seem
I've
like
met
I was going to
adults.
say you
Can
seem
you
like
ride a bike,
I was going to
Matt?
say
Yeah,
you
no, I
seem like
can.
the kind of person who might have never been on a bike
You guys,
before.
you guys have seen my bike. It's parked under my lemon tree right now. You
Yeah,
smoke
yeah.
cigarettes by it all the time.
Yeah, it is totally rusted.
Thanks, bro. I know it is a little rusted. It's been a hard winter. No, it's great. So you guys, how many years are we putting on this relationship between the two of you?
Well, if it was like 6th grade, that would have been what, 91?
Yeah, and we were definitely friends in high school, and then
Well, as it works, I mean, same thing with Stu. I lost track of Stu for a while. And
Yeah.
then, boom.
yeah, and now like I see Mac once every like year or two, or
Yeah, it's just like whenever we're lonely and like we want somebody to sit on our
we
face
were in
or
Boston
something.
together.
Yes.
I was.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing in Boston?
So I
Yeah.
was understudying.
He was doing Anne Frank.
in the Diary of Anne Frank.
No, the show Anne Frank, not doing
I was
Anne
not
Frank.
doing Anne Frank.
In what year were you a kid?
98,
97.
Was that
yeah.
when Natalie Portman was doing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to high school. I went to the same high school as her, and we went to see.
brings
Were you
this
in
up
the
all
show
the
with her
time.
though?
I was the Nazi.
Oh, so guess what, dude? I saw you when I was in like I
was
remember
one of the
Harris.
Nazis, yeah.
Harris Pendleton was in there.
Austin.
Austin Pendleton.
I saw
And
you.
Harris
on
Hewlin
a,
Harris.
I saw you on a field trip, man, when I was in like 7th grade.
Wait, you went to high school with Natalie?
Yeah, she's like 3 years older, but I'm from Syosset. So when we took,
But were you part of her like Syosset crew? Or
No, I didn't know her.
He,
Yeah,
made,
yeah.
he made fun of her.
just once.
Who makes fun of her?
We all did. We all yelled like Yoda and stuff. When Phantom Menace came out.
No, honestly, he's ashamed of
no,
it. But
no.
I always try to bring it out.
No, I
every
didn't know her though.
podcast.
But no, as like she had like an English teacher she loved or
Shame
something,
revealing.
and she got like all that teacher's classes like tickets to go see you guys on the show.
Right.
And we got to come before the show and ask you like a Q&A and stuff.
They probably didn't bring the Nazi to the Q&A.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But my ex-wife, she was in the show. That was
Are
the
you
thing
serious?
also. Like, yeah. She was Margot.
You guys, this is our like
We
6
hung
degrees
out-
of separation.
Yeah, we
thing.
hung out at the Music Box Theater like all the time.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I remember when you asked her to marry you.
Yeah.
There.
You were probably the first person actually I've told.
And you hid in my dressing room.
Yes, you're the first person I
Yeah,
told.
I
when
remember
did it,
outside
and,
at
and
41st
Natalie was the first person Rachel told.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
so-
happened like at intermission or something.
Yeah, during intermission.
Yeah.
They
of the
d-
Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah. Call Anne Frank.
Before the Nazis kill you, will you marry me?
Will you marry me? Real
I don't want to keep harping on Anne Frank, but I specifically now think they did bring you out because I remember my question as a Jew was asking the guy who played the Nazi how he felt having to wear a swastika.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was there an
Schnell.
older
So-
Nazi too, or
There-
was it just
well, it was
you?
it was two of the understudies.
Okay.
So I was a Nazi, but I saved the diary.
Ooh, you were the good
So
Nazi.
I was ironically the hero. I was a young Nazi. I was 17.
It was a young Jodie Foster.
I was following
Would
orders.
you say the hero of the Anne Frank story it was the Nazi
You're the,
who was
you're
like
the ultimate hero.
Kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, like, at the end of the show, the Nazis come up, and I slapped Natalie, like, across the face as she was going to get the diary. And she drops the diary, and then I, like, pulled her out, and I was like, "You're not bringing that diary to the concentration camp." And,
Lost Schnell.
Subtle writing.
Schnell, yeah.
Schnell, yeah.
And, yeah, you're welcome, world.
So now I'll ask you
Yeah,
again.
so you know what?
So now
So you might have asked
20
me a
years
question.
later, I'll ask the same question. How did you feel as a Jew playing a Nazi?
I honestly always felt pride that I was saving the
That's awesome.
diary.
The diary. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was,
Swastika and all.
so yeah, I was a Nazi in the Diary of Anne Frank, so I always had to wait. I always had to sit around for the whole show.
And
wait.
you were wearing the SS, like you
Yeah, I
was the
had the
SS
swastika.
uniform with a swastika.
Towards the end of the show, I'd put on my
SS.
SS uniform. I might have been like putting on my Nazi uniform when Mac was like, "I asked her to marry me."
Yeah.
That's great, bro.
That's totally great. Like, yeah. Just like, here's my Iron Cross. Like,
I gotta go march into Poland, but I'll be right back.
We like to play a game on this show, sir.
Yeah.
We don't have a name
Games.
for it yet. It is
ass cheeks.
We'll call it ass cheeks for this.
Yeah.
Let's just change the name in every episode. Let's call it like copyrighted game names. So this is our game we created called Monopoly.
Okay.
Are you aware of this game?
No, I haven't heard this.
Okay.
game.
Okay. So it's a chess clock right here.
Right.
So when I hit my clock thing,
Right.
yours starts going down.
Right.
And when you hit yours. So we're going to pick a category.
Okay.
The broader the better. Like it could be words. What is it? Like
We've
a
done
comic book character.
We've done
Okay.
women's names that start women's names.
Yeah. It's like and so I'll let's say it was women's names. I would say Wanda. And then,
Betty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're okay. So exactly.
And whoever runs out of time first loses. Shipping and
Seems
Okay.
easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
What do we want to do? What do
What's
we
the
wanna do?
category? What has this episode conjured up in our minds in terms of categories? We've talked
Weed
about
dealers.
weed dealers.
Weed dealers that start with the letter P.
We talked about museum animals.
Nazis.
How about just animals?
Animals, yeah,
Just
I like
any
Just
animal.
animals.
Any
Lovely
animal.
animals.
Lovely
Lovely
animals.
animals.
Lovely animals.
All right.
Lovely animals.
That works.
So you start us off. You say it, and then you hit yours, and we go from there.
Bears.
Lion.
Tiger.
Birds.
Squirrel.
Chipmunk.
Dolphin.
Shark.
Goldfish.
Koi.
Dog.
Dove.
Pigeon.
Wolf.
Cat.
Fox.
Bunny.
I was gonna say rabbit, but okay, fine. Pikachu. We didn't say non-fictional.
Praying mantis.
Grasshopper.
Whale.
Cricket.
I'll give you Pikachu.
Buffalo.
Bison.
Chipmunk.
I already said it.
Did I lose?
No, just keep going. Keep going. Your clock is going.
You gave up so quickly.
Aardvark.
Pony.
Human.
Mule. Nah, I like that one. I like that. The human.
Newt.
Ox. Yeah.
I'll get an update
This
on
game is harder than it looks, right?
Oh God.
Right? This game is harder than it looks.
Oh
So,
my
folks,
God.
Mac has about a 30-second
Is there
lead on
any
Eddie
other
right now.
animals? Sparrow.
A deer.
Wolverine? No, that's not an animal.
Yeah,
Wolverine is an animal.
A ferret.
My God. Rat.
Parrot.
Mouse.
I know. I should have cut you off on that one. Let's see. What's a thing? What's a thing?
What's a thing that's an animal?
A slug.
Roach.
A sloth.
A parrot.
I already said it.
Oh my God.
Right? This game is harder than
God. Oh God.
Right?
Oh my God. This hurts me.
I know, right?
Oh my
Easier
God.
than it looks.
It's one of those things where
I'm like listening to the show, annoyed at myself right now.
yeah, you're listening to yourself like 2 months from now.
Amoeba.
Slime mold. Yep.
Sure.
Tarantula.
Lichen. See, I'm cutting you off.
You
every
son of
time.
a bitch.
Baboon.
Influenza.
Is an animal?
Yeah, it's single-celled like
if an amoeba
H1N1.
Yeah.
All right, sure. I mean, it's yeah. I'll take it. Nobody said turtle.
God.
How are we doing on time?
6, 5.
Alligator.
Tortoise.
Crocodile.
I was gonna say that one too. Toad.
And
Time.
Well done.
That was so difficult.
Right? You think like because it's such a broad subject, kind of like animals. Like yeah, sure, you'll never
Wow.
run out, and then all of a sudden you blank like 30 seconds into it.
Wow. All
I
right.
know.
Our brains are not as powerful as we thought.
We're gonna
Mine's
package.
Mac,
not.
you want to do a me versus you?
That's what
We're-
happens when you take acid at 13?
We're gonna package this game and like,
right.
make it a whole thing. Like,
Secret. You wanna do a me versus you, Colton, or,
and shout out to
shout out to
no,
Secrets.
No, you and Leaf. do
Okay,
it.
you ready for another one? Here's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
redemption round, man.
Yeah, redemption round. Let's figure out a category. Like now that you kind of get a sense. Like what are we?
Dude, do
thinking?
you want to gift us with the category and contribute something to this fucking show?
Nope.
All right, thanks, Stu.
In the U.S.
How about
Cities in the U.S. Are you okay with that? I'm
How about,
okay
how,
with
how
that.
about just cities of the world, even?
Okay.
All right, just cities of the world. Any city, just
All
cities.
right. All right. Am I start?
Go for it.
Beijing.
Tokyo,
Melbourne.
Las Vegas,
Paris.
Sydney,
Reno.
Phoenix,
Tallahassee.
Syosset,
Sarasota.
Burlington, Vermont,
Los Angeles.
Dover,
Seattle.
Portland,
Chicago.
San Bernardino,
Lancaster.
Barstow,
Dallas.
Baker,
Houston.
Austin,
New Orleans.
Lisbon,
Rio.
Kuala Lumpur,
Montreal.
Koh Phi,
Billings.
Phuket,
Shanghai.
Toronto,
Ho Chi Minh City.
Vancouver,
Prague.
Alberta,
Rome.
Winnipeg,
Florence.
Saskatchewan,
Cape Town.
I see what you're doing.
Sierra Leone. That's a country? Bring it back.
it's a country.
Casablanca.
Johannesburg.
Jerusalem.
Cairo.
Tel Aviv.
Aleppo.
Trenton.
Newark.
God damn it, that was going to be my next one. Red Bank.
New Dorp, Staten Island.
Perth Amboy, New Jersey.
Bayonne.
Huntington. Here you go, Long Island. This is for you.
Montauk.
Jericho.
Long Beach,
Westbury,
East Hampton,
Merrick,
Little Neck.
Mineola. My parents are from Little Neck.
I think I might be out of Astoria.
Flushing. Okay. And we're back.
Any city of the whole world.
The whole wide world.
The whole wide world.
Baghdad.
London.
Moscow.
Oslo.
Jeez.
Any country, any city of the whole wide world.
Madrid.
Helsinki.
Barcelona.
Kyoto.
Atlanta.
Venezia.
Venezia.
Venice. Sorry, I was being an asshole.
And San Francisco.
Turin.
Philadelphia.
Milan.
Roanoke.
That threw me off because I was like, I love Roanoke. Bangor.
Charlottesville.
Charlotte.
Savannah.
Atlanta.
Already said it.
Reno.
I already said it.
Pahrump, Nevada.
Yeah, Pahrump.
Sorry, Area 51 is. You guys know what's up.
San Diego.
Miami.
Key West.
Boca Raton.
You're such a Jew, dude. Stop it. Yeah, you Jews.
Hollywood, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale.
Venice, Florida.
Baltimore.
Boca.
Already did it.
Venice, California.
All right. Burbank.
Marina Del Rey.
North Hollywood.
Burbank. Fuck. West Hollywood.
Toluca Lake.
Beverly Hills.
To Lake Tahoe.
And time.
Oh, wow. 420. All right, guys.
Wow, 420.
Oh, 420 on your
Look, if we
Beautiful.
weren't good in it, we wouldn't be allowed to do it. So don't take it as a, this is our thing, man.
My ego's a little bruised, but I'll be okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
it's okay.
Well, here's our
But my
challenge.
bunny
Well, you
ears-
know
are
what?
My bunny ears still glowing?
You now have 6 months, man,
Yes.
to train for your next appearance. We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
do the rematch.
And we'll send you a bruised clock.
we should also,
So you
but
we need a name of the game.
or
not.
We
might
have someone's.
Right.
We're working on some things. We also should ask you. We forget to ask people this sometimes, Mac, and we're remiss to do it, and which is strange.
Who would
because,
win in a fight?
Yes, him or Devin Sawa.
Yeah, me and Devin Sawa. Or
Fist
in a
fight, 2018.
Fist fight right now.
Because I've been listening to the show, I Googled Devin Sawa today.
He's looking pretty like.
He's looking
jacked,
really
right?
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking
Yeah.
really good.
He's got like kids. And,
Go on.
yeah.
If I hadn't Googled him, I would say you. But I
Thank
feel
you,
like
buddy.
Devin
You're coming in
Sawa's
Sawa team. Yeah.
turned his life around.
Sawa
So you're
squad.
saying I look like a shit, and I would lose
I'm
in a fight with Devin
saying
Sawa. Gotcha.
that Devin,
Devin's looking
I
particularly
think
good.
he's taken a turn for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
no,
out.
yeah, okay, cool.
I was like, he's
All
looking
right.
healthy.
Yeah.
I've
Pretty
never
much-
met
what-
the guy.
It's just me and who else agreed with me?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith thought I would win.
He just
that
wanted
fight.
to hear John Hughes' story.
You'd be
so.
cagey. You'd be cagey. It
Yeah,
would be
no,
a good fight.
I
But I
feel
feel
dirty.
I feel like Devin might be studying Krav Maga. You know?
Yeah, that's a part of his it's like
His
just happiness.
kid's getting older. I feel like if his kid's going to learn karate, he wants to learn karate. You know,
But his Krav Maga is no match for my Taekwondo.
I don't think he wants a dad bod, and you don't have a dad bod.
You got
at
a Mac
all.
bod.
Yeah,
You got
I'm
a Mac bod.
Yeah.
Have you guys reached out to him yet?
We've made contact.
Will it be awkward?
Hey,
Contact has been made.
what did he DM you?
What up, dude?
Yeah, what's up, dude? It was like that, kind of like.
Well, maybe it was
for
like,
real.
what is
Yes,
up,
that
dude?
is
what it was. That
is
tone.
what. Like what is
It's that tone.
It wasn't sup.
I don't
It
think
was-
he's heard the show. I think
Right.
it was
Like,
more
just
like,
just
It was like,
everyone's
why do people keep
Why are
mentioning
they
me?
asking
Yes,
you?
yes,
Like,
yes.
What did I do to you?
So shout outs.
So,
Go
yeah.
buy Little Giants on DVD
Yeah,
or
Little
Blu-ray.
Giants on DVD.
That's
and
what we're pushing today.
Blu-ray.
What do we got for Gamble?
The last scene of Casper, the
Make
friendly
me cry,
ghost.
yeah.
yeah. What else do we have? That's Devin Sawa related.
Idle Hands. Idle Hands.
Idle Hands. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, I'm a fan of the Final Destination franchise. Not the first one is not my favorite at all.
No, like it's like the third one or something
gets
gets like
really
crazy.
He's
fun.
really good in the fifth one.
Did they bring him back? His triumphant return. Eddie, are you on the interwebs?
I'm not.
Do you want to not a
promote
social guy?
anything?
I'm not. I don't have any handles.
Do you want to shout out anything like your show?
You're on a
your
TV
Watch
show,
my
right?
show so I can keep my job.
What is
your show,
the name of your
dude?
show and how do you spell it?
I think the Warren would like my show.
Yeah.
Tell him about it. Yeah.
In all
yeah.
honesty, have you guys ever
that's
seen
me.
it?
Give us a pitch. No, I have not.
It's Scorpion. It's geniuses hired by Homeland to solve ridiculous problems, but we've become like the A-Team. It's like it's
that's awesome.
ridiculous.
It's like the
Where
nerdy.
does it
It's like
air?
the nerdy A-team.
It's the nerdy A-Team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where does it air?
CBS Monday nights.
All right, there you
Oh,
go.
that's awesome. Yeah.
What
But,
day?
like,
What day of the week?
Mondays at 10 o'clock.
Monday nights,
There
you
you
just
go.
said.
But like, no, it's ridiculous.
I'm
Like
queuing them up.
the episode we're shooting right now is a softball game episode where Penn Jillette is playing center field.
I'll tell him I said hi.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and
That's well within the war. Yeah.
But it's like really like Penn Jillette was our couples therapist, and we go from like absolute like the last episode we shot, we were literally in the Higgs Bison particle accelerator and
At
the whole,
CERN, yeah.
and the whole universe was going to end.
Oh, that's and you had to
and
save
we
the
like
universe.
saved
Yeah,
it
yeah.
with a broom and bubble gum.
CERN and the Higgs boson.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's how well I learned my
That's
lines.
great, dude. No, yeah, Warren, definitely. Hey, not
You're
only
welcome.
don't listen to that guy because he's on the show.
an
He's a little
editing.
biased. This sounds awesome. Yeah, let's all definitely check it out. Yeah.
No,
because I'm a smart
actu-
guy and I like
it's-
smart stuff.
It's pretty inaccurate science.
I love it.
But it's just
It's like house and numbers.
Accurate
science.
science makes
Scooby-Doo.
boring
We
sci-fi.
are as accurate as Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dig it.
And we've been
That
doing
sounds like fun.
4 seasons,
geez,
and
that's awesome,
it's
man.
kind of a dream come true for me. It's like a job that I still have.
Wait.
yeah.
This was your dream?
Kind of.
All right, cool.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
it got me on bunny ears.
Honestly, I wanted to make it sound bad. Like, wait, that was
You
your
should
dream?
hear Mac's
It was more
dream, so yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry.
my dream was Tiffany Amber Thiessen or something like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to do a podcast with Matt Cohen.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're there.
Somebody asked me a while ago.
My-
They were like, "So, what do you want to do with your career?" And I was like, "I kind of love being on a silly TV
doing
show
this.
and
Exactly.
having
That's
a
awesome.
job and going
You can set
home."
your watch to it. Like, yeah, no,
yeah,
exactly.
and who knows how much longer it's gonna last.
So Warren, check out Scorpion
and
on
I'm also
CBS.
on American Dad.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Are you a voice
hilarious.
on American Dad?
I'm Barry on American
Go
Dad.
ahead, do something. Just say.
Barry. Bunny ears. So, in relation to bunny ears, the way I got that job was I was trying to do what Seth does on Family Guy for my audition. So he's
His Chris.
yeah,
voice, yeah.
I can't do it. But he
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And that was my horrible attempt at that. And
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
And that was how you got the voice. But that's awesome, man.
well, he was doing put the bunny in the basket.
Yeah.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Art fuck me.
So that's some. So Warren, check out Scorpion and American Dad, and
Yeah.
let us know because he's not on social media. You have to. It's beholden on you to
Yeah,
let
so
us
it's on
know
your
what
own.
you think
You're on your
about
own
it.
on that one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
let us know what you think.
You guys,
and
you
we'll
guys
let him
can
know.
Field my 2 fan
Exactly.
mail letters. Yeah.
Where you have a PO box? Do you have a PO box? And Mac, how do people find you on the interwebs?
Well, they click into their Safari or their Firefox.
Chrome?
Oh yeah, some
not
kind
a
of
Chrome guy?
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So you start your browser.
Internet Explorer?
Yeah, like some kind of Explorer.
Any other browser, okay.
Yeah. So you click on that,
Got it.
and then you type in. I don't know. What is my social media stuff?
You are.
I'm Incredible Culk at Twitter, and also I have Culkamania on Instagrams.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I nailed it this time.
I am Camel Toad on the things. Mac, start up the clock.
It's by 420.
The plug clock by 420. We love you. The plug clock starts now.
And
All
go
right.
ahead, plug.
For the podcast, we've got Bunny Ears Pod on Twitter, on Instagram. We're at Bunny Ears Podcast. You can contact us, bunnyearspod@gmail.com. And very exciting, everyone knows we have a phone number now. So call us at 845-EZE-HOAX. Leave a voicemail. We'll play it at the end of the show. Also, check out bunnyears.com. We got tons of content daily. Everyone loves it and knows it. For bunnyears.com social, it's Bunny Ears Web on all of the things.
How do you spell those?
Oh, fuck you. And Stu's on Instagram at @SuaveAdventure. I finally remembered it. And YouTube. And we love you.
All
And
right.
buy stuff.
And let's see, you did that.
That's it.
You did it in 39 seconds.
We'll get it quicker.
Yeah, you did it.
All right.
No, you did it really great.
That wasn't bad. Thank you.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. So,
a lot of stuff.
we'll do a little sign off, which is
Yeah, Eddie, thank you so much for coming, dude.
yeah, brother man.
It's been an honor.
That was awesome.
This was fun.
Yeah, you flatter us.
Memory lane.
How about we just flatter each other for
Let's
the rest
just
of the
sit around
night?
and flatter each other.
Let's just
Dude, turn your eye. Avert your eyes.
Yeah, we're gonna sit in a circle and flatter each other.
And before we do that, Mac, what do we do at the end of every show?
Try not to suck too many dicks, and if you do, send pics.
Send them pics, yo.
Microphone drop, but I'm not gonna drop.
Chicken, if you're listening. I need some green.
You owe us, dude.
You always
Find me, gag me, take me to the bunny ranch.
Hi guys, this is a hung Jodie Foster calling. I'll send pics if you don't believe me. Just wanted to give you a warning or ask for a cease and desist, please, for using my likeness and brand. Thank you.
Hey, this is Coco. I have the flu, excuse my voice. The one thing that really bothers me is that if they say that the universe is expanding, what is it expanding into? Right? Anyway, thanks for the podcast. Bye.
Hey guys, it's James, proud member of Warren here in Florida. I just wanted to say I love the podcast absolutely and terrifically. Small editor's note though, Matt, anybody who is a true Mechaleka McLaughlin aficionado will know that the eponymous role for that gentleman is in Saved, not in PageMaster. Please stop making PageMaster references and move straight to Saved. Sometimes Party Monster. Have a good one, guys. Suck some dick. Bye.
A Bunny Ears LLC production.
You are freaking lumberjack!